Hi guys, this is 1-3, Chapter 1, Lesson 3, and we're going to talk about verbal expressions. You've already learned how to solve equations for this unit, but you also need to know if things are written in words, some of the key words to help you write the problem down. So first, there's a file called Clue Words, and it's got a lot of words that are related, like if you're talking addition, sum, and plus, things like that. So those words that would mean to add, it will go through a list of different words. So if you need help figuring out those words, please refer to this file. Also, on the clue words sheet, there are some words that don't appear that you do need to know, like cubed. Cubed is a number raised to the third power. Squared is a number raised to the second power. Some of the more frequently used words or most used words would be more than, that would mean to add. Sometimes in certain situations it could mean to subtract. Less than, increased or decreased by, sum, product, difference, quotient, times. And be careful with the word than. When you see the word than, it's going to reverse the order. So if you're reading and it says 3 more than 2, you should write 2 plus 3. Okay, so let's get down here to some examples. The first one, I want you to write an algebraic expression to represent this verbal expression. Verbal means it's written in words. I want you to write it in math. Okay, or symbols. So 7 less than a number. 7 less than a number would be some number. We don't know what number it is, so we give it a variable. You can say x, you can say n, it doesn't matter. X and minus 7. The reason I wrote it in this order is because I saw the word than. Than means you reverse the order. So instead of 7 minus the number, this told me I had to write it the number minus 7. Okay? The square of a number, so some number we don't know, a variable, okay? The square of a number decreased by the product of 5 and the number. So some number is being squared, n is being squared, and then it's decreased by the product of 5 and the number. 5 and the number. It didn't say a different number, and it didn't tell you to use a different number. Since it said the number, you have to use whatever number you use here and squared. Of course, you don't want the squared version back here. All right, write a verbal sentence to represent each. Now I want you to take this and write it in words. You could write, and you can write the numbers as a number, but like they did here, they said 5, okay? And anytime you get to a variable, you can write a number, okay? So we'll say 6 is, because this equal sign means it is equal to, 6 is negative 5 plus a number. You could also say 6 is the sum of negative 5 and a number. You could say the total of negative 5 and a number is 6. Even though it's not written in that order, it would still be okay. All right. In this case, we need to say something about this being multiplied. So you can use product or you can use times. So we could say the product of 7 and a number Well, you know what? I think I want to say up here before I say the product, I want to say 2 less than, THAN, 2 less than the product of 7 and a number. That way, if I say 2 less than, that means the 2 would come second, or it come last, or after. Okay, 2 less than the product of 7 and a number is 19. You could also say the difference of the difference of 7 times a number and 2 is 19. That would also be okay. There are many ways to write these. These are just a few examples, so try them out.